Marlin, I think the thoughts when you're, I don't know actually what happened, you had a flat tire or?
No, my derailleur didn't work anymore, I couldn't shift.
What were the thoughts at that moment?
My thought was like, fuck. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
At the end it was quite, unfortunately we didn't saw it in TV, as there was the camera when you had the change of the bike, and the next time we saw you.
It was brilliant, no?
Yeah, the next time we saw you was when you came back to your two colleagues. How difficult was it this distance to get back to them, or was it tactically planned? But it didn't seem that it waited too much.
Yeah, we planned this yesterday. We said we do like this: you two go, and then I go myself, and then we catch up, and you two go. So that was master class. No, of course was not. And I think it's really hard to judge in this moment what to do and make right decisions. And now afterwards you can discuss and be super smart. But sometimes it's more about making experiences, and later you're always smart. So we for sure gonna discuss it and then find better solutions and be annoyed and blah blah blah. But yeah, we did it that way. Maybe it was good, maybe it was not so good, I don't know.
At the end, what do you think, how much time it cost?
Everybody asks me like how much time it is. Guys, I don't know. Stefan says we would have won. No, I really, I think it's up to the super smart experts to calculate this. You need time to change the bike. You need time to catch back, and then also you lose energy that you would have if you would not do all of this, and you would be faster. So I cannot summarize this.
So I'm sure it felt like hours.
Felt like?
It felt like hours.
Yeah. We were not happy, of course.
Yeah, we stay at that moment, but I want to change to your both colleagues. What were your thoughts at this moment? And did you saw it? I saw Jasmin, you turned your head, I think 2 times. Did you saw Marlin there?
Where? So can you repeat it?
Ich kann die Frage auch auf Deutsch stellen, wenn es damit einfach ist. Du hast dich dann kurz bevor es nach der zweiten Zwischenzeit war, hast du die zweimal umgedreht, um zu schauen, ob Marlin kommt. Hast du sie in diesem Moment gesehen?
No, I've never seen her. The first time I saw her again was on the cobbled climb, and then I only saw her wheel, and I suffered, and I only saw stars anymore. But yeah, it was an unfortunate situation, but respect to Marlin, how strong she came back, and I think, yeah, we did the best we could out of the situation.
Hi, Kirsten Pertini from Cycling News. I guess this is a question for the men's team, maybe specifically Stephen, because you've done twice world champion with some of these teammates in the past. As the men's team that watches the women's team competing, how do you feel when you're watching sort of France and Australia and Switzerland, and it was very close, and then watching Marlin have a mechanical? How did that feel for the men's team?
Yeah, first we saw them going through the first time check, and they put in quite some time to the reference time at that moment. There was Spain, and we saw like also visually that they were on a good ride. And then the next image is Marlin stopping on the side of the road, and obviously we suffer with them, not physically, but yeah, we are, yeah, at that point you would like to give her a push, or yeah, have a direct line to the car and say stop the other 2 girls and whatever. But it's so, yeah, it's different when you're sitting on the chair and they're in the heat of the moment, and it's hard to make the right calls. And then Jan always kept believing. He always said, yeah, it's still possible, it's still possible. I said, yeah, I think the title is gone. And then you see it the first time split, the other teams going through, they already lost quite some time on their time. But then, yeah, you see it fading away, and actually in the end it was very close, and it's very unfortunate. I mean, before Marlin, she didn't want to yeah, put it in numbers, but I'm pretty sure the title, I mean, obviously the title was lost there, but it's with ifs and whatever, we would have been world champion more times already, and it's part of the sport, it's part of the game, and yeah, I mean, we're happy for the others, they also deserve it, and I think physically, nevertheless, we and they did the best we could today.
Okay. When all three of you, congratulations, it was a really good time trial. Stephen, to follow up on that, when you saw Marlin back at the front so quickly, and you know that she won the world title on Sunday, what do you think of her, just her strength in that event? And it's, for us, it's stunning to watch.
Yeah, obviously already her ride Sunday was incredible, especially the last bit, how she went up that cobble climb where she put 30 seconds into all the other ladies. It was obvious when she reappeared on the cobbles, hope came back for us as well. And then we were actually, sorry Marlon, we were cheering very hard for Noemi to hold that wheel because for sure you were suffering, but I think Noemi, yeah, she had to suffer a lot. And yeah, I mean, it's a team effort for sure. Marlin is the engine of the women's team, but you need three of them, and they all did their best they could, and they can all be proud. I mean, it's not easy to ride with such a champion as Marlin. I remember in the past, for example, doing team time trials with Rowan Dennis when he was at his best. He was world champion individual time trial, and then you have a hard time when you're in the wheel of a world champion. So I guess that's what Noemi and Yasmin experienced today.
I'm melting here. But also Yasmin, just to mention, I think you still split the work and Yasmin pulled so much. And I mean, she's so young, it's her first time here, so I think everybody did super good.
Thank you. My name is Dylan. I work for the New Times, a local publisher. I want to ask Marlin directly. You have won the Women's Elite Individual Time Trial. Today, your team won the third place, but I really want to understand from your own perspective, from what have you learned from this individual time trial that will help you to maybe race well in the road race ahead in this next 4 days. And my last question is, I really know that you are a doctor, and some of African, they really don't think that they can combine these two professionals. I mean, being a doctor, being a rider at the same time, and do it at the perfect level that you're doing. What can you say on that perspective? Thank you.
Okay, I start with the latter question. So I'm originally medical doctor, but I'm not practicing zero. So I'm 100% cyclist, because I think to combine these two things at the highest level is up to me, it's impossible. So I tried in the beginning of my career, I worked a bit as a medical doctor, and I tried to still be a bit of a cyclist. I failed really badly with that. So I think whoever can do this, chapeau, like I think it's not possible. I mean, I give 100%, 120% to this life that makes me as fast as possible. I could never work as a medical doctor. It's impossible to me. But yeah, maybe somebody can. And yeah, good question. What do I learn from the IDT? I think it's a very, very different discipline, and we have to consider this. So of course I know how the conditions are here. It's quite hard to race here. I think it's for the heat, for the humidity sometimes. Maybe the air is not as clean as it is elsewhere, so you can feel that maybe the breathing is a bit more difficult. I know how the roads work, maybe also if it would rain. It's going to be very interesting, but then in the end the road race is something completely different, and it's different favorites. Some are the same favorites, but some are different. Some that are favorites for a road race could never be fast in the TT and vice versa. So I think you have to race it as a road race, and it's very different.
I want to have a follow-up question on the first, what you have answered, that it was not easy to combine being a doctor and being a professional rider. But I really want to understand from your own perspective. Some of us really don't think that when you have spent a lot of your days at school learning something, and at the last point you really, I can't say that you gave up on it, but you focused on being a professional rider. How can I say? How do you how have you chosen to I'm saying that maybe being a doctor is not easy for me, but I
get your question. No, I really like being medical doctor, but if you feel you have the chance to try something like a professional cyclist and you feel you can become very fast maybe, and you see so much potential and you see the adventure ahead, or I was fancying trying it out, so I knew if I would not like it, I could come back to my profession within 2 weeks in the beginning. Now I'm a little bit far maybe, but so it was zero risk. I could just try this sport to be a professional cyclist. If I wouldn't like it, if I would fail, whatever, I could just go back. So it was a very easy decision. It was just my base I had. I could go back to work as a medical doctor. No problem to try it out. So I'm stuck here now since a while.
Just want to ask you a question. From your experience from this track and how you saw it, would Kigali be a place you'd be willing to race probably every year or every now and then?
Yeah, we just discussed about that this morning on our ride, and yeah, we are actually very pleased about our experience here in Kigali. The roads are fantastic, the road surface, and also, yeah, the accommodation, the food, everything is yeah, on a top level. And it would be nice that these World Championships, they have a heritage afterwards. There is already the Tour of Rwanda, obviously, which is a 2.1 race, so maybe it can be promoted to Pro Series or even in the future to a World Tour race, because I think cycling is a global sport, maybe at the highest level. Yeah, there is a Binyam Girmay from the African continent who's already world class, but I think there is a space for more, and it would be nice if, yeah, cycling could develop here in Rwanda even more.
Yes, and the final question is to Mauro Schmidt. Mauro, you crashed in an individual time trial. You had abrasions and bruises. It was always announced by Swiss Cycling you will do the race. Was it close that you're not able to ride it? And how was it today? How was it with all the smaller injuries?
Yeah, the crash was not that bad, luckily, so I just had a little bit skin off, and yeah, 1 or 2 days I was a bit sore, but yesterday already, when we did the final test, I felt quite good, and the pain is really manageable. So yeah, I was just worried a little bit with the forearm to be on the extensions, but there was really no problem. As soon as you're racing, I think it's quite easy, and the pain in the legs was much bigger. So yeah, it wasn't a big issue.